Hello everyone, and we're back to Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney.
Yes. Okay, let's see what we do. I'm not sure what we do. What contradicts the evidence? It's not that. I don't even know how it would be that. It's not even the same case.
Yeah, I don't know how it would be that. Let's see. Okay. Neil's autopsy report. Stabbed in the back, died from punctured heart. Long knife tip was in the wound.
I guess we could just leave him standing there, being like, "You're gonna die." Look at that. Still not a sword, but whatever.
Yeah. Evidence list.
Not the evidence list.
Joe Dar killing.
It's not. I would say it's either the color picture or the picture where the guy gets stabbed. It's one of the two.
Yeah, I think that makes sense, because that's...
None of the other stuff is big.
Yeah, none of these things are really relevant.
So pick one of the two.
Yeah, alright, let's actually... But I think you're right, I'm just doing a quick comparison of, his jacket, which, I don't know why.
I would take that one, take the gray one.
Yeah, the gray one is obviously going to be, and I just wanted to look at it. I'll take that!
And what exactly is this supposed to be?
This is the picture Miss Sky took. Take a good look at it. See where the piece of his vest was cut out? Yes, his shirt is showing underneath. It's hard to make out with all the blood on his vest. Oh. Exactly my point. His chest is soaked with blood. That's only natural. His lungs no doubt were punctured. Blood poured out of his mouth. I figured it out.
Yeah, because there's no blood on him.
Right, exactly. So, it had to have been taken before he was, like, killed.
Makes sense.
Blood poured out of his mouth. Oh, but that piece of cloth. Wait, there's no blood on it.
Ah.
Since Emma Sky's fingerprints are on this cloth, there's no doubt that she shoved the prosecutor aside. However, Mr. Marshall was not impaled on the sword.
No, this is nonsense.
Now then, Chief Gaunt, let me ask you something. Prosecutor Marshall was not impaled when he was shoved aside.
He most likely hit his head on the ground and was knocked out. So, why exactly did we lose when we showed the claws earlier? We could have done the same statement, even though the evidence was not in his locker.
Yeah, I know, we could have, but the game doesn't appreciate Martin Luther King Day enough.
Yes.
Martin Luther King Day is
But there are
coming
no
up
black people in this universe, so I guess it makes sense.
Actually, yeah, that's true, there aren't. What would the Boondocks say?
I don't know, or a nigga.
If so, then tell me, who could it have been? Who could have arrived at the scene before Miss Sky, picked up the unconscious prosecutor, and impaled him on the armor's sword? We shall have to look for that man named...
that guy.
That guy.
Funny if he showed up.
Yeah.
Then, to make it look like Emma was responsible for the prosecutor's death, said person proceeded to write her name on the jar with the victim's blood. Then he broke the jar on purpose to leave behind a clue. And make Lana believe her sister did it.
Remember what you admitted only moments ago? That you personally cut out this bloodless piece of cloth from the victim's vest? Ironic, isn't it? Through the very act of cheating insurance. Oh, crating. You proved that you were the actual murderer.
No! Did not let you live.
It's finished.
Objection! Someone. Oh, wow. Oh, whoa. That was close, right to you. Almost had me. Sorry, but you have to do better than that. I refute your allegations.
What do you mean you refute his allegations?
You see, that piece of cloth, it's illegal evidence. Because it doesn't connect to the case.
Order! Order! What nonsense is this?
Illegal evidence cannot be used to convict a suspect. Well, you're technically not even a suspect. Remember, Archie? Earlier, Wright here concealed that evidence of class. So then, what's the excuse, Wright? You do have some conclusive evidence, don't you? Well, I mean, technically, like, you could have gone my way, and you would not, like, he would not have stated that he cut out a piece of glass. But I'm pretty sure that would have been even more convicting, actually.
Yeah, exactly.
If he had not hit it and just been like, well, there was no blood on it, so fuck you.
Yeah. It's, like, I don't know, his statement before, like, his vault statement really screwed him over, but admittedly we probably could have still got him anyways if he didn't make that statement. But still, like, it's kind of like that thing where it's like, I see what he's saying, that it's illegal evidence, but it's like, so, who cares? This evidence was illegally hid by you for how long?
So, I mean, I'm pretty sure even if you get out of the case, someone's gonna beat him to death.
Yeah, exactly. Your Honor, I don't have any evidence I can present this time. It's not like we just saw that a few seconds ago. Well, that's true. The defense did refuse to present evidence.
At that moment, that piece of cloth ceased to be legal evidence. But that's not fair. It's a law. Ho, ho, ho! Did he actually think he could best me in court? It looks like the last laugh's on you, son.
I'm afraid Mr. Gaunt's claim is legally correct. Well, Mr. Edgeworth?
True, illegal evidence cannot be used to convict a person, but what about the half a ton legal evidence we still have?
Yeah, exactly.
Assuming that, of course, that the evidence is indeed illegal.
Well, Mr. Wright? It seems at last. The time for me to reveal my plan has finally arrived.
Wait, we had a plan?
Oh,
You had no plan, don't fuck with me. You had no plan.
I don't remember this plan, Mr. Wright. When did you plan for Gaunt to not, like, die there? Mr. Wright, do you admit to it? That you purposefully and illegally concealed this piece of cloth? I don't know.
Wait, I don't know what my plan was, but let's go with I did.
Okay. No, if I admit to that, all my planning will have been for nothing. It seems Mr. Wright didn't understand the implication of his conduction.
Are you going to change your position? This is your only chance, right? I'm obviously not going to say the same thing again.
He's right. Certainly, I refused to present evidence at one point.
Aha, so the evidence is illegal.
Objection! No, it isn't, Mr. Gaunt.
Huh?
It's not that I didn't present evidence then. It's just that I couldn't. What do you mean, you couldn't?
The game kinda gave me game over.
There are certain procedures involved when presenting evidence.
I see. No, Archie, don't listen to his lies. Evidence was not related to the case. He is nothing but a coward. There's only one issue left to be resolved in this trial. Is this evidence legal or not?
Very well, let us settle this once and for all. Earlier you refused to present evidence. You can prove your conduct was not in violation of the law, then do so now.
It's a book.
Yep.
And we said evidence must be relevant to the trial.
Yeah.
At that time it was not relevant to the... I mean, it's never was relevant to the trial, but screw that.
Yeah, exactly. Take that! This is my proof, Your Honor. Evidence law.
What's this? What is evidence law?
I've done my homework too, Chief.
No.
Only for this case.
So wait, how was this your plan if you got this book like 5 minutes ago?
I don't know, because Phoenix apparently, like, comes up with the plans instantaneously. He reads a book, he's like, I have a plan.
But he doesn't actually know what his plan is till he goes through with it.
Yep, indeed. Emma Sky's fingerprints were on this piece of cloth. However, at that point in time, this was merely a piece of cloth, nothing more.
What?
You see, it's written right here in this book. The second rule of evidence law.
Rule number 1, no evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. And it was we said rule 2, not 1, you douche.
Yeah, I found this piece of evidence myself. Inside your safe.
Just coincidentally, I didn't break in at all. I think how does that not make it illegal? You fucking broke into his place.
Yeah, I know, seriously. Goes without saying, I did not have approval from the police department.
Why not? But you had that one guy along you.
Yeah, the chief,
Chief
detective,
Gumshoe, yes.
Chief Detective Gumshoe.
Rule number 2, unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the trial.
And here's the crux of the matter. You see, at the time it was impossible for me to prove the relevance between the cloth and the SL9 incident.
What? What kind of nonsense is this? You want relevancy? Take one look at this picture and...
Objection! Sorry, but can you recall, when was that picture presented? That was shown only a few moments ago.
No. He's White. He's Mr. White. At the beginning of today's trial, that piece of cloth was still meaningless.
The person who gave it value as evidence was you, Damon Gantz.
So couldn't you just have, like, presented it and then be like, it's illegal?
Yeah.
You yourself confessed to a certain truth.
Let me verify this once more. On the day of the crime, you personally cut out this piece of cloth from the evidence vests.
Oh, yes. I enjoyed it a lot.
Sounds legit.
No! I meant no, I'm just a bit confused. It was then that you proved his cloth as conclusive evidence. Boom. Headshot. Yes, you, the chief of police, personally approved this cloth.
The only person who could have cut this from the victim's vest is the one who stood before Prosecutor Marshall in his final moments. In other words, the real murderer, and there's only one person who that could be. Damon Gaunt! The killer was you!
Yeah. Ho ho ho. Ow. I'm done. You can stop. I'm okay. Can you stop now, please? Judge, do something.
I think Damon Gaunt had a bit of a breakdown.
I couldn't even have that level of breakdown. I would like faint if I did.
I know, seriously, I could never clap my hands that fast.
I knew I could have gotten rid of you. I should have. Whatever.
Yeah.
That good for nothing scum. For 2 years he had been snooping around the department trying to get something on me. Crimes are being committed every day, yet he insisted on hounding me. Well, your crime wasn't exactly petty. He wanted to reinvestigate the case. He recruited Angel Star and then convinced Bruce Goodman, the wizard.
Detective Goodman!
I still say that I kind of caught that part like a long time ago. Whatever.
Yeah, I think
that's
you
right. That's you.
If the evidence is transferred, I'll lose my only chance to find the truth.
You know, I should like this guy now.
Yeah, I know.
I didn't like him for a long time.
That's understandable, but yeah, he is actually pretty legit. Please, you gotta help me.
Then why were you so not helpful to me anyway? Goodman turned him down, as he ought to. Still, Jake Marshall didn't know when to quit. He stole Goodman's ID card and tried to take the evidence. Goodman came to me that day. He wanted to file a lost item report. I went with him into the evidence room. Then all of a sudden he had to speak out. What are you talking about, Goodman? You gotta have an awesome voice for this go.
Okay.
He has to sound like a wizard.
A wizard. That's a hard one.
A heavy wizard.
Can you please reopen the investigation, Chief? We can't transfer the evidence out. There are too many questions left unanswered.
He told me to open up the evidence room and take it out.
It's not too late. I'll hand this to Marshall.
Well, to be honest, I was a little panicked too. I had a bad feeling about it, but never knew it could come to this. That's when I saw it, that accursed knife. I couldn't just pull it out. You would have only increased the amount of blood, and you couldn't finish what you started. Wait, I'm confused. What's going on? Did I read something wrong? Because I'm just confused.
No.
What just happened?
I'm pretty sure that Gantz stabbed Detective Goodman because he was getting all paranoid. But then he didn't I don't think he stabbed Detective Goodman all the way through initially. I think he just stabbed him and then Detective Goodman was dying and he was like, I don't want to stab him. Cause I'm a bitch like that.
Even so, the blood was just pouring out. I didn't know who might stumble in, so I was wiping it up. I was worrying so much about the floor, I didn't realize my mistake.
Detective Gumshoe's bloody handprint.
I used to be known as a crime computer. But everyone has to start somewhere, I guess. I was too nervous. I had no business doing any of it. Then you put the body in my car. I'm sorry. We couldn't think of any other way to move the body. We broke the trunk, but what's the big deal? Wait, can I put a body in this trunk? I'm pretty sure that's a big deal.
Yeah.
You pull down a lot more than us detectives. I will murder you.
Well, what does this have to do with anything? You're horrible. How could you get Miss Sky involved in all of this?
Well, she had so much to lose as I did if the truth came out. So you took the evidence from Detective Goodman's locker. I feel bad for having to do it. I couldn't sit around and pick and choose what to take.
Well, you left the jar fragments and gloves.
Yeah, I was a bit dumb. It looks like I was better off being an investigator of crimes than a committer. They all did their best to get in my way. I've got to hand it to them. They do their job well, much to my dismay. Fake evidence doesn't hold up very well upon close examination. You must have known that. Tell me, Wazzy, what are you doing in court? Should be doing a series about investigations. Me? You despise criminals. I can feel it. You and me, we are the same. One day you understand. If you want to take them on alone, you figure out what's needed.
Apparently what's needed is his own spin-off game.
It's...
Unfortunately, I'm pretty sure he doesn't take them on alone, because everyone in this game needs an annoying sidekick.
So wait, is this sidekick Gumshoe?
Yeah, it's actually a fair point. I guess if his sidekick's Gumshoe, then it's not an annoying sidekick.
It's an awesome sidekick.
Yeah. That'd be legit.
Looks like it's time to say goodbye. Oh, Archie.
What?
Looks like we have to cancel that lunch date. Sorry, old friend.
I'm sorry too, Damon Gantz.
You don't dance, so you're no friend of mine.
I knew you as you used to be, long ago. You were once a fine investigator, and an example to others on the force. I'm sorry to learn that you are no longer that person.
Those days are gone now, Archie. Thanks for all the memories, though. Don't worry, you'll be fine. Now you have Wright here. And Warzy. With these two around, you can't go wrong. You see, if I listen carefully, I can hear it right now. The sound of a new beginning.
Sound of the game almost crashing.
Yes.
There are two things I want you to understand.
Yes.
First, your sister never hurt anyone. Second, Damon Gaunt betrayed you from the beginning. You see, Miss Sky, you no longer have any reason to keep silent.
You're right. When this trial is over, I tell everything. All that I've done these past 2 years. From the time I had Gant help me forge evidence up until today.
So, it seems all the questions raised in this trial have been answered.
So you're not really so much a defense attorney as you're just like a crime outrooter. like you just took the whole system and changed it completely.
Yeah, that's pretty much how we work. I mean, seriously, we usually don't just prove someone not guilty. We usually have to go through all the trouble proving someone not guilty and then proving someone else guilty.
Nobody that Ed is a really important person in everything.
Yeah, exactly. Not very often we could just find some random Joe and be like, oh yeah, he's a douchebag and he's guilty.
Phoenix Wright, corruption fighter.
Yeah. First it was Phoenix Wright versus the world, and then we took a step down and went Phoenix Wright versus the Mafia. And then it was Phoenix Wright saves Edgeworth, and now it was Phoenix Wright versus the Chief of Police.
See, you make good titles. I should hire you to make these games.
Indeed, thanks. I basically took my inspiration from Putt-Putt, surprisingly enough.
That works. Putt-Putt,
Yeah.
best information for making titles.
Yeah, well, that's how Putt-Putt's titles went, you know.
Yeah.
Putt-Putt goes to the moon. I'm sorry, Miss Sky. I couldn't get you out of trouble. Out of all of your trouble.
My, what a high standards you have. For a rookie. Dude, I'm gonna fucking stuff like a chainsaw in your face.
Yeah, I know.
Bitch.
What a whore.
I can see why Maya Fey thought so highly of you. But Maya was like a noob compared to me, to be honest.
Yeah, I know.
She took like 10 years and she couldn't even solve that one case.
Yeah, one that we solved in like 3 days or whatever.
Yeah. Who knows, a few years from now, you just might make it to the top. I believe I'm already named an ace attorney.
Yeah. Oh look, she's smiling.
I don't care, I'm gonna stomp your face with a boot. I owe you my thanks, Mr. Wright.
Miss Sky.
And to you too, Mr. Edgeworth.
So it's just like, I don't really care.
You suffered every bit as much as I have over these past few days. Believe me, I know how much of an ordeal it's been for you. Humph, it was nothing.
Liar.
I was worried the pressure might break you. And yet, you rose above it all and guided Mr. Wright to victory. You've done well, Mr. Edgeworth. Stop it, I only did my job. Don't tell me positive things, I might blush.
In light of this case, it seems a good self-examining is in order for all of us. Miss Sky?
Yes, Your Honor?
You're innocent of murder. However, although the chief blackmailed you, the fact is you still acted as his accomplice. What? That was great. That was great speaking right there.
You acted as his accomplice. You accomplished it very well.
Exactly. You guys made a great couple. Good job. The trial will be scheduled for these crimes at a later date.
Yes, I understand, Your Honor. For whatever reason, that's giving me the biggest lady bone. I don't mind me.
Is
a gaming knowledge.
Yeah, I know. Is there something amusing about all of this? Why are you smiling?
It's been a long time, Your Honor. A long time since I felt free of these heavy chains.
Well, this trial has gone on far too long already. Regarding the charge of murder, this court finds the defendant, Miss Lana Sky, not guilty. Confetti!
Appreciate confetti is like 3 days old, but whatever.
Yeah. I always wondered, like, that's another, like, awesome, ridiculous thing about the game. I love the confetti, but I can just, like, imagine going to real courts.
And putting out confetti guns.
Yeah.
They should do that. I mean, it's like a time to celebrate. Like, the moment this case is, like, solved and someone not found not guilty, they're like, bring out the vodka, bring out all the heavy alcohol, let's get drunk.
Yeah.
And then you, like, get out, like, tomatoes and throw them at the offense attorney.
Wow. That's clearly, if you know, Sapir ran the German system of investigation, bam, that's how court would go.
Everyone would be happy.
Yeah. That is all. The court is adjourned.
So do we get another go of credits?
I don't know, that's what I was wondering. February 25th, 5:03 p.m.
What I found interesting is that these guys never showed up again, to my knowledge. At least I assume they didn't show up in the sequel.
In the second game, yeah, didn't show up. But I'm not sure if they'll ever show up again or not, because I only played the second game.
Yeah.
Wait, was it the third? Yeah, I only played the second game. I don't know why sometimes they're in, like, did I play the third game? But I'm pretty sure it wasn't the third game. Because it wasn't the third game, so I don't know what I'm talking about. February 25th, 5:03 p.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 2. At long last, it's finally over. Emma? Why the long face? I'm sorry.
I was born with it, don't judge me.
I'm sorry your sister did get completely off the hook. But at least she wasn't convicted for a murder she didn't commit.
No, that's not it. And just now after the try ended, I can see why Maya Fey thought so highly of you. I owe you my thanks, Mr. Wright. And to you too, Mr. Edgeworth, but not to you, my little sister, because you suck.
Yep.
You suffered every bit, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
You know, I did my best too. But Lana didn't say a single word to me.
Hope I'm not interrupting anything.
I mean, Gumshoe didn't get his things, he got fired.
Yeah, I know. Gumshoe deserves a hug, but he looks pretty hyped, so maybe he got a hug and rehired. Oh, guess I am.
You just do that like every day.
I know, seriously. I should... Gumshoe probably does. He probably goes to the courtroom, finds crying people. He's like, hope I'm not interrupting anything.
It'd be funny enough. I'm pretty sure it would like lighten the mood.
Yeah, I imagine so. I'll come back later. Ah, Detective Gumshoe, what is it? You're doing this on purpose, aren't you? Making a detective run around while on duty? On top of it, and to top it off, you call me here? I've seen happier people at funerals. Hey, lighten up, pals. I'm only kidding.
What exactly, like, what funerals do you go to?
Yeah.
Oh,
I know.
are you here because of my sister again?
Nope, not this time. I came today because of you, pal.
Me?
That's right. I thought you'd like to see someone.
Lana!
Should you be doing this? She is still under arrest, you know. Well, I won't tell if you won't.
What about the police guys in the background? They don't mention it. Emma, I owe you an apology. It's okay, sis. Don't worry about it. That day, 2 years ago. It was the first time in my life I ever panicked. It was all I could do to keep myself from screaming. All I could think about was keeping you from getting wrapped up in that mess. Sis, I asked God to help me cover up the truth. I thought I was doing it for your sake. But now, I realized I was wrong. I changed after that day. I became a supervillain. I had to. It was the only way I could make it through the past 2 years. I knew how much I was hurting you by distancing myself. But I couldn't bring myself to tell you what I did. I was scared. Scared that you look at me with those eyes of yours and shoot lasers out of them. I was scared of you, of how you react if you knew. But sis, you're only doing it for me. No. Huh? I turned my back on you that day. In hiding what I believed to be the truth, I was deceiving you. Sis, I'm such a fool. It took me all this time to realize it. Emma, I'm so sorry. But sis, you don't have to apologize. I'm happy now. You're happy. But yeah, I didn't murder anyone. Obviously, I'm fucking happy.
Yeah.
Of course. You know, sis, I have a cold. I always knew that one day you'd come back. And now you have. Squee. Oh, Emma, let's go on a date.
Oh, it's actually pretty sweet. No one can change the past. The only thing we can do is strive to make up for our mistakes.
I'm sorry, but is it just me, or is Emma like tiny. Like she's 16, but she looks like 8.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Like, actually, in my mind, Emma doesn't look tiny. Lana just looks huge.
Wait, one of the two, but I mean, Lana could like pick her up and like break her in half.
Yeah.
Smash,
Exactly.
Lana, smash.
Lana looks like a freaking wrestler. She does. She does look like she could just pick her up by the back and like squeeze hard enough to break it.
I mean, like one arm of hers almost goes around the whole body.
Yeah. Lana's OP.
Your hand could like pick up her by the face and just crush it. Terrifying.
It was pretty terrifying. Why must we make up? Why must we make up for our mistakes, you ask? Because in doing so, we can find the way back to our path. And once we've found our path...
I want to ask one thing quickly. Do you think he's narrating that to them while they're hugging?
That's a good question.
It's like, shut up, Wright!
He should be though. That'd be epic. Just Phoenix Wright standing there watching them hug and like narrating out loud. We can move on from our past mistakes toward a brighter future. But that was pretty legit. At least that's what I felt, looking at those two sisters make up.
So Wright, Mr. Gumshoe.
Me?
Thank you both for all that you have done. I'm sure we meet again someday. Isn't that right, Edgeworth?
Edgeworth?
Stop hiding and come over here.
Oh
Just
man.
imagine Edgeworth was like behind her, like, wee!
Yeah. Edgeworth's a ninja. I imagine
attorney.
I imagine he was hiding behind the plant. Where was
he
he
was
hiding?
hiding behind the guard.
Yeah.
Maybe he was the guard.
Maybe, yeah, that'd be, oh man, that'd be great. Like, if she told him to stop hiding, and he, like, took the hat off, and just took the shirt off and was wearing his normal shirt.
That'd be kinda awesome.
Yeah.
Actually, now I wanna see Edgeworth in a police uniform.
That's a good point. I think he'd look pretty legit in a police uniform.
I just came to say, congratulations. Kinda made me look like a noob. Thank you. I mean, seriously, like, he loses every case ever.
Yeah, I know. Every case he's fought against us.
Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Right, well, I'll be going now. Mr. Edgeworth, I hope you don't blame yourself for what happened. We were the ones who acted corruptly, not you. It's too late for me. No matter what anyone may say, I realize today that I can't change my own mistakes. Mr. Edgeworth. Not only that, but I don't even trust myself anymore. Chief Gantz was right. You despise criminals, I can feel it. You and me, we are the same. But you wear red and I wear orange. It's not as cool. What dare you understand? If you want to take them on alone, you figure out what's needed. I do despise criminals. I plan to dedicate my entire life to fighting them. But in order to fight crime alone, one needs a weapon. It's scary, but I've been thinking the same thing for quite some time now.
But Edgeworth...
Who knows? Given enough time, I might have tried to pull something like Chief Gaunt did. That thought terrifies me. That's why I can't continue on as a prosecutor. Edgeworth, don't you understand? Damon Gant and your mentor, Manfred von Karma. Yeah, you do kind of have a habit of hanging out with bad guys. Maybe you should stop. They're both the best of the best when it came to fighting crime. But they both made the same mistake. They looked awesome. You said in order to fight crime alone, one needs a weapon. That may be right, but think back to today's trial.
Actually, like, Von Karma did do, like... I don't know, I think the only mistake Von Karma made... He probably did other illegal things. I think the only mistake he made was shooting a dude. I don't remember him doing anything corrupt out of being specifically evil. He just got, like, shot in the shoulder. He was like, I'm so pissed, I'm gonna go shoot this dude, and he did. And, you know, messed up Edgeworth's life.
Yeah, I mean, Z-Karma wasn't actually that bad. You went alone. You had Gumshoe. You were working together with Mr. Wright. And because of that partnership, you were able to present evidence that otherwise would have gone undiscovered. Isn't that right, Mr. Wright?
Huh? What? Oh, yeah. What is this about?
But it's not like you're gonna get paid, so you get paid in pop quizzes.
But really that hard of a question? Was Phoenix Wright, was Mr. Edgeworth useful?
No. Come on, Mr. Wright, show him what Lana was talking about.
Evidence that neither Edgeworth nor I would have been able to find on our own.
My cookie badge. Save and say that.
Okay. Okay, and now cookie badge. Present. Take that.
That might mean something to you, but I don't see how it had anything to do with our partnership.
Huh?
Mr. Wright, seems you still have a lot to learn as well.
I guess that wasn't the right piece of evidence.
It's time for me to go.
Alright, let's load, but yeah. I guess Edgeworth doesn't appreciate our cookie badge as much as we do. That's unfortunate.
I love the cookie badge.
Yeah.
It's...
what do we
Show
have?
the paper. The top right.
Oh, the evidence list?
Yes.
Take that!
That's the picture I drew.
Our counterattack began with this. You had one half the evidence list and I had the other. Apart, we wouldn't have been able to completely restore Emma's picture.
That didn't just happen by chance, Edgeworth. It's time for me to go.
Wow, that really changed things, didn't it?
Massive changes. Mr. Edgeworth. If you excuse me, there's still some loose ends that need to be wrapped up. Take care, Chief Prosecutor. Pretty sure she isn't a Chief Prosecutor anymore. And what about Gum? She got fired.
Edgeworth, what will you do now? But that's a good question. What about Detective Gumshoe? But I guess he didn't get fired, at least not anymore, because he came to get Lana.
Maybe he just never told anyone he got fired.
Maybe not. Well, whatever you do, just remember, what happened in this trial can either make or break you as a prosecutor. In the end, it's up to you.
I know, it seems I owe you my thanks too, Wright. But what I face now is my problem.
Edgeworth, I'll be waiting for you in court.
And literally that'd be the only thing I will be doing. Farewell.
That's the only time we'll ever meet each other. I know I spent like most of my life meeting you, but let's hang out in court.
Let's hang out in court when we yell at each other.
Yeah.
That's my finish. I'd better be getting back too. Okay, I'll come visit you soon. It seems we both still have a lot to learn. Here, this is a little something for you. Scientific investigation.
You have a book on that?
It's the first book I've ever bought. Study it well.
Wow.
That book must be like ancient.
Yeah, I know.
Thanks, sis. I will. Why did he not give it to her before?
Yeah, I know. It's the first book I ever bought. I waited like 20 years to give it to you. I bought it before you were born. And so, another case came to a close. And as for the sisters, I still have faith.
Faith that she can crush her sister.
Yeah. Faith that their lives have only just begun.
Now I kind of hope that in some game you run into that younger sister again.
Yeah, I would like to run into them again.
I actually kind of liked her. She was less annoying than the other one.
Yeah, she was actually surprisingly cool at points. And as for me, I think it's time I started on a new journey of my own. A journey to rediscover myself.
And probably have more of a life than Edge was.
Well, don't go trekking off just yet, pal. Huh? What is it, detective? There's just a little matter to be resolved about the chief prosecutor. You see, she isn't supposed to be out of jail like this.
But
I thought you said it was okay. Yeah, well, it may be okay with me. The folks at the prison are a different story, huh? Basically, I had to bribe a guard in order to sneak her out for 30 minutes.
What the fuck did you bribe him with?
He probably did what I did in Call of Cthulhu. Bribe him with sandwiches.
Reasonable.
Believe me, it wasn't cheap either. Huh?
Way to go, detective. I didn't know you had a wide side.
Yeah, well, haha, you see, Miss Wright here is the one who will be footing the bill. Huh? Huh? What, you think that I could afford that with my salary? You gotta be kidding me, pal.
But I don't even get paid!
Yeah, I know.
Thank you, Mr. White. You're the best.
Why is it? I suddenly feel like I want to scream. Since we're all
But
here...
you have no mouth.
Indeed. I want to scream, but I have no objection.
Yes.
Since we're all here, why don't we all go together? Yeah!
Yeah, that's a great idea. Let's... Wait, we are going together to pay the guard? Sounds like a bit of a weird like,
yeah, it is.
Hey class, today let's go talk about bribery.
It'll be an adventure to the jailhouse.
Yay. At least like kidney's not gonna get stuck.
Let's go.
Come on guys, let's go.
Let's see.
Take objection, I think.
Yeah. And that was the end of that story. Apparently we're supposed to end the story. Oh.
She's a coroner. I think Emma will be pleased. As for me, this affair has pretty much ended my days at the prosecutor's office. Still, I managed to find my way back to the field somehow. Then I'll be able to investigate crimes together with Emma.
Exactly. Yeah, and it's doing the blowing dust thing at the bottom of the screen.
Which was the worst of feature in the game.
Yeah, it was kind of lame.
But I really liked it.
Yikes, I thought I was something. They overlooked my unauthorized investigation. If we penalized you anymore, it'd be worse than firing you. Yup, that's what they said. Just goes to show, you can't shake me off that easily.
So wait, you paying them money to investigate now?
He basically is, probably.
I kind of feel like Edgeworth never waste his, like, income after all that.
Yeah. I hope that Edgeworth hasn't, because I swear, Detective Gumshoe, by now, literally would have to be working minimum wage with all the pay gets deducted. My new mission is to guard the main entrance and take care of Billy. Can you believe it? I've been demoted to a security guard. My partner's keeping an eye on the entrance for me today. I'll show them, though. Someday I'm gonna make detective. Yes, sir. Then I can be like Dick Gumshoe.
Dick like Dick Gumshoe. I can be a dick like Dick Gumshoe.
Yeah, exactly.
But wait, why did he get demoted? What exactly did he do wrong?
He sucked at his job? I don't know.
He didn't do anything wrong. He just got stabbed
Yeah,
for no
I know.
reason.
Everyone hates that guy so much. He really did, though. No, he didn't do anything wrong. And the fact he was doing his job well when he got stabbed.
But yeah, he got stabbed because he was doing his job.
Yeah. Oh. Suck it! Suck it, you whore bag! Boot Badger died.
It died for no reason. I like how it was made, like the guy couldn't even, like, I don't know, that was a blue badger and the drawing was kind of weird. Like, he didn't even come up with a design, he just looked at this out and went,
I know. What is it? Can't have a showdown. Miss Star managed to sneak this in. She's keeping one of the guards. Well, cowboy, looks like you did it. You can have Bambina back or smile. Can you make sure Billy and their gang get their water?
Poor guy.
Yeah.
Did he actually do anything? Like, okay, he did stuff wrong, but then, I mean, like, all the crimes relate to the case, I don't know.
Yeah. Looks like we'll be seeing each other for a while. As a farewell gift, I put a raw meal on the menu. Right way lunch. The top layer tastes as bitter as defeat, but the bottom layer is as sweet as victory. Kids seem to dig the turnabout theme. It's a hot seller around the thing. Just make sure not to eat it backwards. Huh. Interesting.
I didn't like her, even though.
Yeah. But
I never liked her.
I do appreciate her adding a lunch to her menu for us, though. But yeah, I can't disagree. Oh my god, Brandon Gay!
Good job.
I'll never forget what that young defense lawyer said about after the trial. Let's see, what was his name again? Mr. Left? Wait, he said he's been doing or something or for how many years? Well, anyway, got another trial to get to, so I'd better be, huh? Oh no, I forgot my gavel. Sorry, gotta go.
Oh good, you get to see his shit. It looks like a demon shit.
Yeah, it does. Mr. Left.
What? Dude, I'm in every of your single cases.
Judge is pretty stupid. As awesome as he is sometimes, he's pretty freaking stupid.
Yes, he's a bit odd.
Yeah. I guess I'll give him that. He's just old. Oh my god.
You should not exist.
Oh, wait, you're voicing, aren't you?
Nothing soothes this something. Still, sometimes I do miss hearing Nick and his objections. Still, I can't go back until I'm a full-fledged spirit medium.
Maya, afternoon's training about to begin.
Coming. Well, see you around, Nick. Missed my magic that just teleported me into this game. Why do I exist again?
Because she was an important character until this trial.
But we already had the thing.
Yeah, I know. But we're getting credits again for some reason.
There's too many credits. But hey, we beat the game. Took like half a year.
It only took us half a year. But no, it was a long and pretty fun game, Mr. Edgeworth. Hello, Mr. Edgeworth. I brought you your tea. What's going on? I don't remember how I voiced that guy.
I just know that he's a thing.
Yep.
A thing.
He is indeed quite the thing.
But there was no buds.
No, we haven't seen Butt yet, but maybe we will. Thanks for coming to oh wait.
I can't believe I'm going to Europe. Thank you, Mr. Wright. Thank you so much for everything. I'm a little sad, but I'll be alright. Whenever I want to see Lana, all I have to do is open this book. Wait, is this book magic?
To just investigate this book here. To examine it. Be like, bam. Look, it's a letter. Yeah.
Aww.
That's pretty adorable.
She's still huge though.
She is. Ah.
I mean, it makes more sense in that time because she's younger, but she's still just as huge.
Yeah, she still doesn't tower over her sister. She looks more like her mom than her sister.
Maybe she's a mom, and that was the other secret that she had.
Dun dun dun! It's
And
just...
the father is Mr. Gaunt.
The father is Big Mac.
Okay, that'd be it first too.
Yep.
I believe we are done now.
Yep, we're done. We did it. Yeah.
Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney.
It was the best. I can't believe it's actually over. It's like...
I can't believe it's not butter.
I know. It feels like we've been playing this for, like, since we started.
Yeah, just over half a year. That's nothing.
It's just over half a year.
A good 100 parts.
Yeah, but it was a great game, and it was lovely to make this for all of you. So thank you all for watching, and we hope to see you all on our next major video.
Yes, well, any video, but yes. See you guys next time and take care.